Hi everyone. In the last class, we have discussed about the quantum numbers. And now, in this class, we are going to discuss about the shells, subshells, and the number of orbitals in the subshells, and the relation between these and the quantum numbers. To understand this easily, we need to understand the table given in this picture. So here in this picture, we have the quantum number values. This is small n, and we know that the small n indicates the principal quantum number. And in the second column, we have small l, that is, it indicates angular momentum quantum number. In the third column, we have ml, it indicates magnetic quantum number. And here we have subshells, and in the last column we have number of orbitals in the subshell. Let us try to understand one by one. So the first one, when n is equals to 1. So when the value of n is equals to 1, it indicates the first shell, that is K shell. If the value of n is equals to 1, then L must have only one value. That one value is 0. When n is equals to 1, L becomes 0. That means 1 less than n. If it is 1, it will become 0. So if L is equals to 0, let us try to find out how many values we get for ml. So here is the formula 2L plus 1. So if L is equals to 0, substituting the value of L in this equation, in this formula, we get 1. So only one value we get for ml when L becomes 0. That one value is 0. So we know that in the angular momentum quantum number, we have discussed that if L is equals to B0, it indicates s orbital. So L is equals to 0 means s orbital. This s orbital is present in the first shell, that is K shell. So that's why this subshell is called as 1s orbital. So like this, the name of this subshell we can find 1s. So s orbital present in first shell, it is called as 1s. We know that s orbitals, we have only one s orbital. So the number of subshells is only 1 because s orbital is only 1. Let us go to the second shell, that is n is equals to 2. If n is equals to 2, we get two values here. So one is 0 and the second value is 1. If L is equals to 0, the number of ml values are 0, same like the above. So as we have got only one value 0, so here also same. If L is equals to 0, we get only one value, that is 0. And we know that just before we have discussed that L is equals to 0 indicates s orbital, and this s orbital is present in the second shell. That's why this suborbital is called as, or subshell is called as 2s orbital. And just before we have discussed 2s orbitals, we have only one. Let us go to the second value of L here in the second shell. So the second value of L is 1. When L is equals to 1, substitute this 1 in this 2L plus 1 formula. In this 2L plus 1, if we substitute 1, we get 3. That means 3 values we get. That means when L is equals to 1, we get 3 values. So these 3 values are minus 1, 0 and plus 1. So these are the 3 values we get here. And if L is equals to 1, it indicates p orbital. That means p orbital present in the second shell. That's why it is called as 2p orbital. So this orbital is 2p orbital. So what are the subshells in 2p orbital? So there are three subshells in 2p orbital. That's why we got three values here. So three suborbitals in p orbital we have. They are px, py and pz. These are the three suborbitals of p orbital. So these three p orbitals are present in 2p orbital. Now move to the third shell. So if n is equals to 3, that means M shell. In M shell, so there are three values for L, that is 0, 1 and 2. So as we discussed in the before, so if L is equals to 0, we get only one value for ML, that is 0. So and we know that L is equals to 0 mean s orbital, and it is present in third shell. That's why it is called as 3s orbital. We know that it has only one orbital. If L is equals to 1, as we discussed in the second shell, here also we get three values. So these three values, and L is equals to 1 means it is p orbital present in third shell. That's why it is called as 3p orbital. And these are the three suborbitals we have. That means 3px, 3py, 3pz. These are the three suborbitals we get in the third 3p shell. What happens when L is equals to 2? Substitute this 2 in this 2L plus 1 formula, we get 5. That means when L is equals to 2, there are 5 values for ML, and these 5 values are -2, -1, 0, +1 and +2. So when L is equals to 2, it indicates d orbital. So d orbital present in third shell. So this orbital name is, this subshell name is 3d orbital. So we got 5 values for this suborbital. So what are these 5 suborbitals of d? So there are 5 suborbitals for d. They are namely dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square and dz square. These are the 5 suborbitals of d orbital. So these are, if you want to say perfectly, 3dxy, 3dyz, 3dzx, 3dx square minus y square, 3dz square. So these are the 5 suborbitals present in 3D subshell. And now move to the fourth shell. That means when n is equals to 4, it indicates fourth shell. That is n shell. N shell. So if n is equals to 4, there are 4 values for L. That means 0, 1, 2 and 3. These are the 4 values for L when n is equals to 4. So the first one is 0, as we discussed in the before. It get only one value, that is L is equals to 0 means s orbital. S orbital present in fourth shell. That's why it is called as 4s orbital. If L is equals to 1, it indicates p orbital present in fourth shell, that is 4p, and same like that 4d. And now the new one, when L is equals to 3, substitute this value in 2L plus 1 formula, we get 7. That means there are 7 values here. So these 7 values are -3, -2, -1, 0, +1, +2, +3. These are the 7 values when L is equals to 3. So when L is equals to 3, it indicates f orbital. F orbital present in fourth shell. That's why this orbital is called as 4f orbital. We know that how many suborbitals in f orbital? 7. That is 7 suborbitals present in f orbital. So by this, we can finally say that the first shell, that is K shell, contains only one subshell, that is 1s. The second shell, that is L shell, contains two subshells, that is 2s and 2p. And the third shell, that is M shell, it contains three suborbitals, 3s, 3p and 3d. And the fourth shell, that is N shell, it contains four suborbitals, 4s, 4p, 4d and 4f. And s orbital, we have only one s orbital. If we come to the p orbital, we have three p orbitals, that means px, py and pz. If we come to d orbitals, And there are five d orbitals, that is dxy, dz, dzx, the x square minus y square, and dz square. And the shapes of orbitals: s orbital is in spherical shape, p orbital is in dumbbell shape, and d orbital is in double dumbbell shape, and the shape of f orbital is complicated. And these diagrams we discuss in the next video.